Two Proud Boys who led the march to the Capitol on January 6th were handed two of the lengthiest sentences yet. Of course, those were linked to the attack. Joseph Biggs, on the left, was sentenced to 17 years in prison for seditious conspiracy. His co-defendant, Zachary Rell, on the right, got 15 years. It comes as ex-Proud Boys leader Enrique Tarrio is set to be sentenced on Tuesday. Prosecutors want a total of 33 years for him. Let's bring in former FBI Special Agent Clint Watts. He's also a consultant to FBI's Counterterrorism Division and an MSNBC national security analyst. Clint, that is a lot of years. What is your reaction to these sentences? What does it do to their organizations?
Yeah, I think the message is very clear. Don't get involved in a sedition. Wow, it's a lot of years. And this is consistent. Stuart Rhodes, I think, of the Oath Keepers got 18 years. You're looking at, just a massive sentence for all of these folks. Even if they have good behavior, you're talking about a decade, of their life is gone. And it's remarkable, I think, too, when you look at some of the statements they made today at the sentencing hearing. Zachary Rell made something to the effect of, I'm tired of fighting for people that don't care about me, essentially, was the phrase that he used. And I think that really speaks to the broader impacts of this. If you just rewind from January 6th to now, how much the tone has changed amongst a lot of these individuals, because the real weight of these trials and these convictions are hitting. And I just think this puts a lot of downward pressure on organizations like this, or groups or organizations that want to mobilize in this way moving forward when they see what has happened to the very top leaders and the massive sentences that they're getting.
Do you think he's speaking to or referring to Donald Trump? I'm sick and tired of fighting for people who don't, whatever it was, who don't fight for me or care about me. I mean, January 6th was about one person, DJT. And these guys are going to prison for it.
That's definitely the case. And you can see some references to it now repeatedly that they actually believe that the election was stolen. That's the consistent thing that's there. And the message that it wasn't stolen, that came from one person. That was the former president. And now we're starting to see those trials unfold with respect to the former president. He's going to be facing charges in many different directions, some of them stemming from the fake elector scheme. I just think that all of that, when you look at it for a lot of these individuals there, while you and I, Stephanie, we thought the whole thing was crazy. We didn't believe it at all. We knew the election wasn't stolen. For these folks that went there on that day, and some of the most violent ones, they absolutely believed it. I think you see that in their testimony. And I see that, in the remorse that they're having when they come to these sentencing hearings.
Extremist groups are watching these trials. They're watching these sentences. I know you follow their trends online. What are you seeing tonight? Any reaction?
The reaction is very light. I mean, they don't talk much about the convictions and they don't talk much about the sentencing. But what you do see is a very different nature in terms of the extremism. Over the past several years, you've seen the breakup of a lot of these groups. First, just the internal turmoil. A lot of these groups, particularly the Proud Boys in certain chapters around the country, they did not believe in this sort of violent activity and overthrowing the government. The second part is you saw splintering effects, and many went local, but they were in smaller groups. I think now the real thing that we should look for, and what we've already seen some evidence of, is it's not the group mobilization. It's one-off lone attackers, or what we know as stochastic terrorism, where you know what the target's going to be. Maybe something around for these trials that's coming up, but you don't know who the attacker is going to be.
15 years, 17 years. And next up, they want 33 for Enrique. That's a lot of time, a lot of time. Clint Watts, thank you so much. I really appreciate you being here tonight.